It is the fall movie preview. Been doing these for a long time, but I'm doing this one. I'm a lonesome here today on the show. We are going to be talking about the movies in the fall season. I know it's still technically summer. I get it. But the fall movie season starts in September, goes through December. So we're going to give our preview of each month here today. I want to get your suggestions. I want to get the stuff that you want to talk about. I'm sure there might be stuff that I miss. I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you want to see? So we're going to get into that. I'm going to ask your help today because I want to see, you guys are the crew that really are tapped in to actors and actresses and understand maybe some people that I don't know. I'm putting together a list. And I said, you know what? I'm going to ask the audience to help me with a list. But let's get into it. That's the show here today. It's Kristian Harloff Show. What the hell's today? Oh, it's Tuesday. All right, let's do it. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's funny because I wanted to do one of these anyway, one of the solo shows. I wasn't going to plan on doing it today, but Mike had texted me yesterday and said he wasn't able to make the show this week. He'll be back next week. And so it was just me, Roxy, and I. And so Roxy is not able to, she's just not feeling well right now. So I was like, okay, don't worry about it. And Roxy's the best. She was like, I'm so sorry to leave you hanging. I was like, you're not leaving me hanging, get better. So we wish Roxy well. And she'll be back as soon as she's feeling better. So I was like, I was going to do the fall movie preview anyway. So let's do it. Let's get to the fall movie preview. So as I said in the intro, this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to go over a list. And there's two things I really want your help with today. Besides the normal. And obviously I already see there's 5 questions in there. I'd love to beat Roca today by myself. It'd be amazing. He's at 83. See if I can beat Roca to answer any questions. But that's not one of the things I need you to help me with. You do it, great. You don't, whatevs. So the first thing I need help with is I'm going to cover the movies in September. And if there's ones that I missed that you're like, oh, you didn't cover this one, you didn't talk about this one, it's very possible that I will do that. I would guarantee that I probably will do that. So if there's anything that you want me to go a little bit more detail in, or if there's something we want to talk about, like, hey, how do you that one's getting buzzed and you're not talking about it at Venice, they talked about it. They talked about it at TIFF. What are you doing? Please, love to hear it. So we'll do that with all the movies, and we'll kind of in the clips channel. I think where we'll go is essentially release the September clip, the October clip, the November clip, and the December clip. So the other thing I mentioned, if you watched yesterday's show, I talked about how we're getting closer and closer with the launching the Kickstarter for the pilot. I asked you guys yesterday about the list as far as or rather what you thought was the better way to go. Kickstarter, Indiegogo. I think GoFundMe isn't really anything except just, hey, put money towards it. You guys, I feel like you'd want to get something out of it, which makes sense to me. So we're putting that idea together. But I also mentioned on the show yesterday that one of the things that we're doing is the reason we're coming up, we're trying to really put this to a place where we can take it to the Netflixes, the Apples, all those. And one of the ways to do that is we're going to try to get a significant cast. So I was putting together a list, and I know it's tougher for you guys because you don't necessarily know what the story is about yet. So it's hard for you to say, oh, this person will be good. I mentioned yesterday, like someone I'm putting on the list for one of the characters is Nick Offerman, right? So, and like I said, these are dream lists. These are things that what we're trying to do. And I want to get some ideas of, there's a role for like a 15-year-old girl in there, and who's going to play the daughter of one of the characters. And so my first place that I went there, my daughter wants to play her, but I also put Julia Butters, who I didn't really know much about, but I saw her in Freakier Friday and said, oh, you're pretty damn good. So like younger actresses around that side, if you guys have ideas and things of that nature, there's a character of like, so I don't want to, yeah, there's a character that like I said, in the range of the Offermans, Odenkirk, like things like that kind of role. I put like freaking Breckin Meyer on there, which I think would be interesting. Bobby Moynihan, somebody like that. So I'm trying to think of actors in that range, but the thing what I really need help with is the kind of younger actors in the really 15 to 25-year-old range from both men and women on that side, because that's some of the roles that I'm looking and trying to figure that out. So anyway, that we'll get to that after I cover this, but yeah, that's true. Yes, Julia Butters was in Freaky Friday and was the little girl in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and she would be really good. But I'm putting together a bunch of names, and it's also one of these things that when we launch the Kickstarter, one of the things I'm going to do with you guys is I'm going to post the synopsis so you can see, and you can go, oh, okay, I can see what this show wants, what it is. I want to see this show, so I want to help with this show. Otherwise, you're like, oh, I watch you every day, dude, but I don't know what the hell you're making. And so I was going through some stuff, and I'm really putting together a list here today. And so tomorrow, the show will be, I'm going to be doing a premiere tomorrow as opposed to live we're going to run a goofball show on tomorrow at this time. Thursday we'll be back with myself and Steph. Friday will be Capes and Cowls with me, Winston, and Chris Carr. Chris Carr will be back on Capes and Cowls. So that's what we're doing right now. But let's get into the fall movie preview. Okay. So the fall movie preview is, we're going to go through September 1st. Let's start with September. Let's see what happened there. Get back here. All right, it's back. Let's get into some of the stuff this is the list. Right now it's essentially this week, because the first week kind of came out already. So what's coming out in September? Let's start. And what do we got? We got, for the first week in or second week, September 12th, Demon Slayer, which is a massive movie. It's a massive film. I know it's going to be huge, and I would have seen it a couple of weeks ago, but you guys essentially told me not to, not because it wasn't going to be good. Steph even told me not to. She's a major fan of Demon Slayer, but because I wouldn't know what the hell is going on. I wouldn't know what was going on. I wouldn't know what was happening. It was like, people said it's like watching like all the Sopranos, and then they did a movie of the Sopranos, and then you would just watch the movie. You wouldn't know what was happening. So I didn't do that. But nonetheless, it's a big movie for the fall. So it's going to be the number one movie. I'm sure of it. And then followed, you got Downton Abbey, which is another grand finale. Both Demon Slayer and Downton Abbey are doing the same thing. Big movies there. And then you got The Long Walk, which I have seen already, which unfortunately, I think out of those three movies right there, it could potentially, I hope it's the number two out of those three, but it could be the number three. And you also got The Conjuring. So they're all going to be fighting for the top spot of the week. But those movies, it's a pretty solid September 12th, and followed by the re-release of Toy Story, which re-releases have been performing pretty well, and it's good for the kids to go and check something out too. If maybe it's younger generation that hasn't seen Toy Story, they can go see it. And then Spinal Tap 2. And there's a few movies that I definitely haven't seen, and Spinal Tap 1 is one of them. So I don't know if people are super excited about Spinal Tap 2. I'm interested to see why it is a theatrical release as opposed to a streaming release. And someone said Toy Story has a preview of the fifth movie attached to it. Well, that's also interesting, and probably can get people into the theater by doing that. So that's interesting. So I think right now, out of those movies, you let me know what you think is the most intriguing. What are you going to see? And are you going to see anything this weekend? Now, The Long Walk has gotten pretty good reviews, including yours truly. Are you a Downton Abbey fan? Are you a Demon Slayer fan? Are you a Spinal Tap fan? Are you going to see any of those movies? Put your thoughts in there. I want to know. I'm interested. I know. Everybody says the same thing. That Spinal Tap is right up my alley, and I've never seen it. It was one of those movies that just kind of never never found its way to me, you know? So that's that week. So that's this week, actually. So then continuing on in September for next week, September 19th, we got a Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. That's the Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie movie, and I'm going to see that soon. I'm going to be doing a double feature next Monday. So Roca and Dan Merle actually are going to be doing the show next Monday together, because I'm going to be I'm seeing two movies next week, and Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is one of those. I have to actually do a follow-up after I'm done with you guys here today on him, because that's the new Jordan Peele. Now, it's a Jordan Peele produced, I believe. I don't know why I can't open this up right now. Thank you very little. Why isn't that open? Come on, let's go. Open up. Not doing it. Not working. Unbelievable. It's not opening up, but at least it's there. So we'll go here. In whose name? I don't know what that is. The Senior, I'm assuming is that a religious based film? I'm not sure. And Waltzing with Brando. Oh, there we go. Finally, him. Okay. So who's in this one? Him. It doesn't say there. It doesn't even have cast on it. Does it have cast? No cast or anything. Not sure. Well, I don't know what they're doing right now. This website, it's pissing me off, to be completely honest with you. Because normally this website works fine. But because I'm doing no, I don't want Box Office Mojo. Out of here. Who needs that? I don't need that. Okay, let's go. It's taking forever, this site. This site stinks today. I don't know why it stinks. It's normally pretty damn good. Not good today. Okay, so it says just produced, not directed, but it's under Monkey Paw. People are pretty excited for that. 8 questions so far. Thank you so much. Thank you very little. Why isn't this opening? This is really pissing me off, guys. This is the site that I use every time. I never have an issue with it. And then today, I decide, you know what? I'm going to use this site. I'm going to do it for the fall movie preview. And it says, F you, buddy. Not today. Perfect. So I'm going to have to find let's see, upcoming releases for movies. And I'll use it this way. And we'll see. So, and then, people were asking me, by the way, about asking me about the One Battle After Another. There it is, finally. So they're asking about One Battle After Another, the Out of the Theater reaction. So that's going to be up after this show. I will be placing that. So you guys, for people who are wondering, because I put the Batman Begins reaction. And by the way, so I told people this yesterday. So Batman Begins, I found out when Sam was on the show. I said, Sam had told me that the only movie that she had seen in Christopher Nolan's library was The Dark Knight. So I said, okay, when we do that, I'm not going to put first time watching on there because it's not your first time watching. I'm going to be putting first time watching on there because when you see the reaction, it's clearly the first time she's ever seen the movie. I think she's seen social media clips of it. She had no idea what was going on or what happened. So we'll see how that pans out. Anyway, so back to September, and let's get to the next one. This is, again, September 19th, Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, him. I would assume that's going to be the two movies fighting for it. I would assume him is going to be the winner of that weekend. So we'll see. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to watch any trailers. I want to know nothing about it. That's one of those ones. Both that one and Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I'm just going to walk into it not knowing a damn thing. Waltzing with Brando, I might pull a Roca here, meaning that I'm just going to wait to hear if there's any positive buzz on maybe Zane's performance. Then maybe I'll check it out. I have seen the trailers for it. I think he looks just like Brando, like just like him. But the movie itself doesn't really seem that intriguing. But I hope it gets great reviews. And I'm like, well, I'm an idiot. I want to go see it. September 26th is Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. I'll be taking my little one to see that one for sure. She's a Gabby's Dollhouse fan, so we'll be checking that out. The Strangers Chapter 2. I always thought there was another Strangers. Was it a prequel? Was it something else? But Strangers Chapter 2 is just kind of continuing on from the first one. That one I'm going to have to do a watch along with somebody who's never seen it before here. That's the first one leading into the second one. One battle after another I have seen already. This one is going to be, I guess I can say now, like my initial thoughts, because you guys are getting it first on this one because I haven't even released my out of the theater reaction. I really enjoyed the movie a lot. It's a PTA experience, 100%. I don't know if it's going to be for everybody, but it was for me. It's got that PTA lunacy, and DiCaprio is great. The girl who plays his daughter is a stand-up, and Benicio del Toro when he's in the movie, like, crushes it. And there are certain directors, and PTA is one of them, that I wouldn't tell you who the director was, and if you sat down and you know film well enough, you say, oh, PTA directed this, and you can tell it's got that kind of just the way that he tells a story, and it's a long movie. I don't necessarily know if it is going to make the money it needs. It was like $120 million to make, so I don't know if it's going to make that kind of money and make it the money back at all. But I do think that it will. It was going to get some noms, and I think DiCaprio could get nominated for sure. I don't know if Benicio's in it enough to get a nom, but he's damn good in it. And Sean Penn. Sean Penn is great in the movie. And I forget Sean Penn. Sean Penn's great in the film. So it's a long movie, though. It feels long. It's a long movie. So if that's a concern of yours, and if you're not like a massive PTA fan also, you might feel it's a little long in the tooth. I liked being on that journey. I like being in this. It signified to me, oh, we're in this season now. And I like being in that season where you're getting out of the summer movie season, and it's like, oh yeah, this is where we are now. I like that feeling. I've always liked that feeling. It's not for everybody. There are people like, oh man, I just wanted to see a good performance. I wanted to see just kind of like a traditional movie, and that's not what PTA does. It doesn't do traditional stories. But anyway, that comes out that weekend. Out of the three of those, Gabby's Dollhouse. If I'm a betting person right now, in the way that horror movies are delivering, I'm picking The Strangers, Chapter 2, right around, it's got a month before Halloween. Gabby's Dollhouse, I don't know how big the audience is. Because as I always say, you hit with kids' movies, you can crush. But I don't know how big that audience is, if it is just specific or what. One battle after another isn't winning the weekend. And if it does, I'd be very surprised. It's too long. It's a specific audience. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to win, but I think it's going to get nominated for stuff. So that's what we got in September. What about you guys? What do you think about September? Is there a movie in general that I mentioned that you want to see? Is there a movie in general that I missed? What say you? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Well, guys, you guys are the specific audience that this is my point, by the way. This is what we always say. As much as I saw this thing, this report, I don't know who was talking about this. It was someone talking about, it was Giancarlo Esposito. And he was talking about how movies in general, theaters, and how they're having issues. And saw somebody in the comment section of that video say, no more remakes and no more sequels. And it's like, and then no one will go to the movies, because your idea and your thought of, we need to find new IP and new this, new that. Nobody does it. Nobody wants to see stuff outside of the big headline stuff. Case in point, 270 people watching the fall movie preview. Nobody cares. Isn't it Batman in the story? I don't care. And I said to Luke today, I said, I'm not leading with the comic book movie story today. I'm not doing it. I want to talk about the fall movies. I want to talk about the Oscar season. And we're going to do it. And the people that want to be there will be there. And we'll talk about these movies. We can't. I like the other stuff, the big budget stuff. We talk about it all the damn time. But it's time to shift sometimes. And I understood it. We're going to have a lower audience today. I don't give a shit. We need to talk about the movies that we all like to watch, that are good movies also, that have character-driven stuff, award-driven stuff, those types of things. Performances that are coming out and anticipated things. And so, yeah, we could have led with another story about the DCU or the MCU or Star Wars, anything today, but I didn't want to do it today. Didn't want to do it. It's time to talk about these movies. So put your thoughts in there. Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about two of our great sponsors today, both Factor and Nutrafol, and then I'll be right back. You know, the other day someone asked me, how do you still eat well if you're really busy and you don't have the time? Yeah, I'm telling you, you got a busy schedule. You got all the summer plans going on. What do you have at best? A couple of minutes? Factor really has helped me eat smarter. It's got the tasty chef prep meals. They're dietitian approved, delivered right to my door. And now the best part is they have more than like 65 weekly meals. It's made for how I live right now, what I like to eat. I've gotten more ways to get fit with a real meal wherever the day takes me, and they really zone it to what your preferences are. There's more variety. There's more meals. You can choose for a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices, salmon, shrimp. Salmon's delicious at no extra cost. Shrimp's great too, by the way. I just love the salmon. You can savor global flavors. So for the first time, you can try the Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. From more choices to better nutrition, that's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. You can feel the difference no matter your routine. I've been doing it. You should do it too. I'm telling you, I love Factor. I've talked about it the other day. Someone asked me about it. I was raving about it. We didn't even have a spot on the show. And I was talking about how much I love Factor. So you can eat smart at factormeals.com/Christian50off, but use that code Christian50off. Get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That is the code Christian50off at factormeals.com for 50% off plus free shipping. Get delicious, ready to eat meals delivered with Factor. Oh man, I'm so happy Nutrafol is back. I love Nutrafol. I've been using Nutrafol because it's got to be 2.5 years now. It is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and is trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting in your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. So a lot of supplements, they rely solely on ingredient studies. Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure that their efficiency uses a variety of hair measurement tools like hair counts and pull tests to access growth, quality, shedding, and texture. I remember when we got them years ago. Brett and I were like, all right, let's see. I'm getting older. Let's see if they can help us out. And boy, did they. It's been working amazing. You guys have been commenting on my picture that I posted last week on Instagram. You see what's going on. You got to see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping. You got to go to Nutrafol.com. You got to enter that promo code Christian. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. Nutrafol.com. But you got to use that promo code Christian. That is Nutrafol.com, promo code Christian. You will not be disappointed. Tell them we sent you. I'm excited to have Nutrafol. I'm excited to have both Nutrafol and Factor on the show. You guys want to support the show. You want to get something good for yourselves. That's how you do it. Make sure you use those codes. Do it. Okay, continuing on the fall movie preview, we are going to move into October now. Traditionally, what happens is in summer, you get like 1 or 2 releases up top on August that hit, and then like the first week in September is kind of like nothing too big. And then once, like I said, I mentioned that first week or second week in September is when they start rolling stuff out. You start to get a blend of the studio movies that like maybe they could have been summer movies, but they're going for that September release, and then you start to get the Oscar stuff. I got a plate of food right here. So we're gonna move on over, and we're gonna get to October, because October is when it starts to get a little spicy. Now, Bone Lake. What's Bone Lake, guys? We're gonna get this opening up. Bone Lake. Oh, is this another horror one? Who's in this? Let's see. Maddie Hassan, Alex Rowe, Marco Pagosi, and Andra Nichita. I don't know any of this. It's a summary. A couple's romantic vacation at a secluded lakeside estate is upended when they are forced to share the mansion with a mysterious and attractive couple. A dream getaway spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation. Sign me up. Bringing terrifying secrets to light and triggering a bloody battle for survival. Never heard of it. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's a surprise hit. Who knows? But October 3rd, Casper. Re-release. Good Boy. That's that horror dog movie. This is the one that's gonna get a lot of the love here. It's already getting a big buzz, and that's The Smashing Machine. Smashing Machine with The Rock. Oh, for God's sakes. The Smashing Machine with The Rock. It hits that weekend, and man, oh man, I'm getting more hyped for this one. I think it was already on my anticipated list. I'm really pumped for that film. And I said it to Roka yesterday, and I just feel from like the buzz. My two bets. Well, I'm gonna go 3 bets so far from buzz. You can always tell from buzz. I haven't seen the movies, but you always can tell from the kind of buzz. I feel like The Rock is gonna be nominated for Best Actor. I feel like Julia Roberts is gonna be nominated for After the Hunt, and I feel like Sydney Sweeney is gonna be nominated for Christie. I think from what we're hearing thus far. Leo's got a shot in the movie that I just talked about, One Battle After Another. But to me, I think right now, out of all that for October 3rd, I don't. Bleecker Street is Bone Lake. It's a smaller movie. Maybe it has a nice, smaller budget. Could hit some that horror crowd, maybe, or thriller crowd. I'm not sure. Good Boy. I've heard people buzzing around. I haven't seen the trailer about it. I don't really have an interest in it, but that's not to say it's not going to be good. But The Smashing Machine. I think The Smashing Machine is going to be the movie that people are talking about that weekend. I think that the audience is going to want to see the Rock in this. I think this is a very smart move for The Rock because it's still kind of his wheelhouse without being in his wheelhouse, meaning that obviously it's a UFC fighter. He can get in that kind of shape. He understands that kind of physical toll that with your body and other things. He's been around the fight game. He's a fight fan. So I think that aspect he very much so that it is in his wheelhouse. Where it's outside is the stuff he's been talking about. He hasn't minus like Snitch and Faster. I think he hasn't really dove into the drama roles. It's mostly been the big budget studio movies where he's played a version of himself in every movie that he's been in. So to see him actually play Mark Kerr and watching this based off the documentary, this is going to be the next wave for The Rock, and he's very good at pivoting. He always has been good at pivoting. I think that this is a later pivot than other things, but this is a pivot. It's a pivot. So we'll see what happens with The Rock here. October 10th, Kiss of the Spider Woman. This is really becoming a pain in the ass with this website because I can't even freaking access it. But Kiss of the Spider Woman comes out on October 10th. Roofman, which I just saw something that was something that just came in an email about that. Soul on Fire, which is Sony, and then Tron Ares. So that's where this is the mix of, like, I assume some Oscar stuff plus the big budget one with Tron Ares. I haven't seen a single trailer with Tron yet. I'm excited for it, but I haven't watched the trailer because I want to go in just kind of knowing nothing, seeing where they're going to take this franchise next. Let's see. Soul on Fire. Let's see if I can see what that is. Soul on Fire is a movie. Tragic accident leaves 9-year-old John O'Leary with burns covering 100% of his body. Soon embarks on a miraculous road to recover with support from his family, the community, and baseball announcer Jack Buck. Oh, that's interesting. Grateful for the gift of life, John becomes a motivational speaker who inspires millions of people to make the world a better place. That's a freaking inspiring story. Okay. So that's Sony. And then Roofman. Let's see what Roofman is, guys. Roofman is this is Channing Tatum. So it's okay. So it's about let's say after escaping from prison, former soldier and professional thief Jeffrey Manchester finds a hideout inside a Toys R Us, surviving undetected for months while planning his next move. However, when Jeffrey falls for a divorced mom, his double life starts to unravel, setting off compelling and suspenseful game of cat and mouse as his past closes in. Oh, Derek Cianfrance directs that. Okay, I like Derek Cianfrance a lot. Interesting. Okay, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Good runtime. You've got Channing Tatum. Doesn't really say where is it. Kirsten Dunst, Lakeith Stanfield, Peter Dinklage, Juno Temple. Okay. All right, that sounds promising. Roofman. That's on October 10th. Tron Ares, Kiss of the Spider Woman, which let's see what that one is. Kiss of the Spider Woman. And that is Jennifer Lopez, musical thriller. Roku will be first online. Political prisoner named Valentine shares a cell with a man named Molina. They form an unlikely bond as Molina recounts a Hollywood musical plot. Diego Luna, Josefina Scallione. I don't know if that one's going to do well. And I'll tell you, I think, and I could be wrong, I think people are just tired of J-Lo. I'm not. I don't mind J-Lo. But every post you see, everything you see, it's like people are at her concert and people are tired. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's gonna care about that movie. So October 10th, out of those movies, Tron Ares is gonna be the box office winner, I would assume. But Roofman could be interesting. I like the premise of that. Roofman. That one, I didn't know anything about that. So that one to me, that's one that I'm digging. I'm digging. Hey, get out of here. Okay, so that's October 10th. October 17th, Black Phone 2. It's funny because I wouldn't have cared about that one Black Phone when it came out. I was like, oh, what the hell is this? And I wound up loving that movie. So Black Phone 2 is October 17th. Good Fortune. Which one's Good Fortune, guys? Let's see. Good Fortune is, which one is that? Oh, is that Keanu Reeves? That's Keanu Reeves. Okay, so what's that? What's Good Fortune? Good Fortune is a well-meaning but inept angel named Gabriel meddles in the lives of struggling workers and a wealthy venture capitalist. It's got Keanu Reeves, Aziz Ansari. Oh, I guess this is the stuff. This must have debuted at TIFF. Seth Rogen, Sandra Oh, Kiki Palmer. Good cast. So that's the Good Fortune. Interesting. That's Lionsgate. St. Elmo's Fire is re-releasing. After the Hunt comes in October 17th. So Black Phone 2, After the Hunt, and Good Fortune. So the big one that will hit that weekend as far as overall box office will be Black Phone 2. That's a sure Vegas bet right there. Then you got Good Fortune, which could be Good Fortune, and After the Hunt are the two that will be vying for Oscar stuff, I assume. I am telling you from, again, buzz-wise and from what I read of that script, I told Roca months and months ago, I think that you're going to see Julia Roberts get nominated for this role. And then after this came out, or at least was screened at the festivals, that's what people were saying. That some people feel that the movie itself was just okay. But others are saying, but most are saying that she has one of the best performances of her career. Now, the other thing that I found out, which was interesting, someone wrote this in the comments yesterday, that you got to take the Venice reviews of that movie with a grain of salt, because apparently they were in the rain or something, or they couldn't come in. The critics were left out in the rain or the cold. I can't remember what it was. Something along those lines and then they came in and the sound was off and it wasn't a great theater experience. That does change things. Now, does it mean that it means the movie's not good? The movie's good? No. I will be finding that out on Monday as well, because I'm going to see that on Monday. But it was an interesting fact. I didn't know about that. 18 questions so far, guys. 18. Wonder if we can get to 83. Can we do it? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Next one. After that, we've got October 24th. Chainsaw Man, the movie. Res Arc. What's that? What's Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Man, the movie. What is Chainsaw? Okay. It's animated. Anime. Interesting. Okay. Chainsaw Man, the movie, Res Arc, also simply known as Chainsaw Man, is an upcoming Japanese animated dark fantasy action film based on Tatsuki Fujimoto's manga series, Chainsaw Man. It's a direct sequel to the first season of the anime television series. Okay. Are you guys familiar with that one? I don't know that one. I'm not sure. I would ask Winston, obviously. Oh, speaking of Winston, I said this today. I have never been so excited to release a video that's coming out soon. Winston and I watched The Last Dragon together. We were going to watch Jaws, but I said, no, let's watch Last Dragon. And we did. I feel like it's going to get 4,000 views. I want it to have 400,000. I loved watching this movie. I loved watching The Last Dragon again. It was so much fun to do. But I should have asked Winston if you'd ever heard of that movie or that one that's coming out. Anyway. Okay. The next one after Chainsaw Man is Eli Roth presents Dream Eater. Know what that is? Regretting You. What is Regretting You? So let's see what Regretting is. A lot of these movies, it seems like Regretting You is who? Is this Sydney Sweeney? No, who is this? McKenna Grace, Mason Thames, Allison Williams, Dave Franco, Willa Fitzgerald, Scott Eastwood. When a devastating accident reveals a shocking betrayal. Morgan Grant and her daughter, Clara. They explore what's left behind as they confront family secrets, redefine and rediscover love. This is directed by Josh Boone. This could be a romantic movie that maybe people want to see in the theaters now. This is a different structure, a different thing that usually could be in streaming these days, but I'm glad to see something like this is out. Now, the one I'm going to be seeing, and the one that I actually think could potentially win the weekend, even though it is a 20th Century Studios movie, is the Springsteen movie. Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. That is one of my most anticipated, and I can't wait to see it. They didn't get like the kind of huge buzz that I thought it was going to get out of the festivals, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it could. I really am excited for that one. Pumped for it. And I can't wait to see it. It's a biopic, and it's got a possibility to get a lot of awards, depending on how it is. But I think it's going to win. I think it's going to win the weekend because it's Bruce Springsteen. Blue Moon also comes out, and this is a musical drama, and it is directed by Richard Linklater. What is it about? Lorenz Hart struggles with alcoholism and mental health issues. He attempts to maintain his composure during the premiere of Oklahoma. So who's in Blue Moon? Who's in that? That's is it Ethan? Is it Ethan Hawke? Yeah, it is. Ethan Hawke, Mark Aquili, and Bobby Cannavale. Okay. Good cast. This is the season that I love. I love this season because a lot of these movies I've already read to you. I haven't heard of some of them. I'm sure a lot of them are screened and stuff too. I don't pay. Maybe I'm a bad friend. I don't know. I don't pay attention to a lot of people's coverage on these things. I sometimes I do, but not a lot of times because I'm just like, I want to discover it myself. It smells like piss. What do you say that for? What are you saying that for? You don't even know what it is. But okay. Let's see. So that's October 24th. So October 24th, Chainsaw Man, Eli Roth presents Dream Eater, Regretting You, Springsteen, and Blue Moon. Apparently, Anthony Cheese's not a fan of that one. And then you got Halloween, which is Begonia. People have been talking about that one. Begonia, is that the one people have been talking about? I think so, right? Begonia is, yes, that's the New Yorgos movie with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons. Okay, so that comes out wide on Halloween. So that's a big month. That's a big month. And I think so there's a lot of stuff there that people are going to be talking about as far as like award season, those movies, and you're going to pick a lot. Like one of those releases will be one of those movies, whether it's performances, directing, something will come out of that month, something out of the ones that I read. November and December starts to get more of a blend of both those types of movies plus the, big budget, huge movies of the year, like the second summer season, if you will, but you get a mixture of those. So then we that's where we go. We're going to November, but before we do it, October. What did you think? What movies are you looking forward to? Which ones do you think are going to steal the spotlight? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know what you think. All right, now we move on over and let's get to November. It's time for November. Christy. Oh, wow. Christy opens up November 7th. And that's the Sydney Sweeney movie based on, I keep saying Christy. Oh my God. Why can't I? Christy Martin. What the hell's wrong with me? I can't remember anything anymore. Christy Martin. Good Lord. I had a friend named Christy Miller. I keep saying Christy Miller. Christy Martin never imagined life beyond her small town roots in West Virginia until she discovered an knack for knocking people out. Fueled by grit, raw determination, unshakable desire to win, she charges into a world of boxing under the guidance of her trainer and manager turned husband, Jim. But while Christy flaunts a fiery persona in the ring, her toughest battles unfold outside as she confronts family, identity, and a relationship that just might become life or death. Based on the remarkable true events Christie is a story of resilience, courage, and the fight to reclaim one's life. And that's the one that I think that she's going to be getting nomination for. Nuremberg is the other one. Now this thing decides to work. Nuremberg is Remy Malek, Russell Crowe, Michael Shannon, Colin Hanks, Richard E. Grant. Wow, look at that cast. What the hell's that one about? What is that about? I keep hearing that one. Nuremberg. The Allies, led by the unyielding chief prosecutor Robert H. Jackson, have the task of ensuring the Nazi regime and answers for the unveiled horrors of the Holocaust, while a U.S. Army psychiatrist is locked in a dramatic psychological duel. Former Vice Marshal Hermann Goering. Okay. I mean, that sounds, like I said, that's the mixture of the, well, right there, those two movies, Nuremberg, Christie, those are the Oscar movies, and then there's Predator, Badlands. That's going to be, that could be a big one. I feel like people are getting excited for that one. Trachtenberger's following up his hit in Prey that didn't come out in the theaters. It was streaming. This is Ella Fanning. And this is, to me, the potential of the future of movies if done correctly. And what I mean by that is Predator, Badlands has that IP, right? It's got that thing. That movie can't have that much of a budget. It really can't. Like, what's the budget on Predator, Badlands? $40 million? $60 million? No, what is it? Let's see if we get a cast or budget rather. Predator, Badlands budget. 100. Wow. I don't know about that then. Numbers of the projection budget of 100 million. It's still smaller, but 100 million for that one? That's risky. That's risky. I would have brought it down a little bit more, but I haven't seen the trailers. I only saw that one trailer and I didn't love it. But we'll see. I still think that'll be the number one movie of the weekend. But we'll see. Sarah's Oil, which I don't know. This is another, I think, Oscar one. This is, I don't really get much of a, what is it? Doesn't tell us. November 7th. Just gives us that. Okay, who's in the cast and the crew? Zachary Levi, Nair Desir Johnson, Speaking Martin Green, who I like a lot. We'll see. I don't know anything about this one. But Sarah's Oil. Let's see if that does anything. Not sure. Okay. So next one after that is an untitled. Okay, Zerdy Studios film. I don't know what that is. So Predator, Badlands going to win the weekend. Now the Oscar ones there are clearly Christie, which that is one of those ones where Christie and Nuremberg will be the Oscar ones. Predator, Badlands will be the studio winner that weekend. Sydney Sweeney will continue to rise in stardom, especially with this one, because this is someone that you can tell is going to be around for a bit because of all the stuff, controversy or not, with the American Eagle stuff and all that. Her name was out there, her stock went up, regardless of what you if you liked or disliked the ad. It gone up. People are talking about her all the time. Now, the way you follow that up in this business is, what are you? Are you a celebrity or are you an actress? Or she's proving she's an actress if this delivers. If Christie delivers and she winds up getting herself nominated. I'd never seen Euphoria. All I really know what to base off, and it's not fair, is off of Madam Web. Not fair. So I'm looking forward to this one because for everybody who kind of touts her and her talent. And from the buzz that's coming out about this particular performance, this could be the thing that really puts her. People always forget about the controversies. Last for a little bit until the next controversy or there's something good that you do, and this is going to be something good that she does, and they're going to be talking about that. Disappearing people. I already talked about one battle. You got to rewind it, my man. Okay, so Christie. That's and Nuremberg. Those are the two Oscar ones, Predator, Badlands. So then we get to November 14th. This really is a true blend of both of those movies, both of those types of movies. November 14th is Keeper. Now, Keeper, we'll find. Now you're going to do this again? Come on, Keeper. Show a little class. Is this what is this? Summary. Nothing. Cast and crew. Tatiana Maslany. Where's she been? Joseph Sutherland. Oz Perkins. Director. Okay. Don't know anything about Keeper, but we shall see what Keeper's all about. Don't know. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. That's going to be a big one for Lionsgate. It's the third movie, and then you got The Running Man, the remake. So those are, I guess, Keeper. I don't know what that is. I think it's a smaller horror movie. It looks like there's not a lot of Oscar stuff that weekend. Could be wrong, but The Running Man, Edgar Wright, Glenn Powell, in a more, I guess, faithful adaptation of the Stephen King story outside of the classic Arnold movie. And then Now You See Me, Now You Don't. How many of the returning casts we got? We got Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson. You got everybody back. Eisenberg, Harrelson, Franco, Fisher, Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt. Okay, Rosamund Pike, Morgan Freeman. All right. So I'm curious in that one. I think it's been enough time. I'm like, how are they gonna do another one? I'm interested in it, but I actually think that Now You See Me, Now You Don't will win the weekend, unless The Running Man delivers on. If people like start loving the Running Man, I could see it winning, and that'll actually prove to me. Just talking about Glenn Powell, I mean talking about Sydney Sweeney rather. This will prove to me the Glenn Powell stardom of that. Because I think Josh Brolin's in this one too. If Running Man winds up crushing that weekend, and maybe that could be a Glenn Powell statement. If it turns out, because Twisters did pretty good too, I think, right? But that was also IP based. But I Now You See Me, Now You Don't versus Running Man is an interesting battle for that weekend. That's an interesting battle. I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to say that Now You See Me wins, but I wouldn't be shocked. Okay. Let's see. Next one after that. And that is, we're getting towards the end of November here. And November 21st, you got Rental Family. Rental Family. What's Rental Family? Is that another kind of smaller Oscar movie? Rental Family. Oh, they see they lied to us, guys. Oh, no, they don't lie to us. It's like, hey, what's going on? Rental Family. Nothing on Rental Family. Rental Family. An American actor struggles to find purpose until he lands an unusual gig working for a Japanese rental family agency, playing stand-in roles for strangers as he immerses himself in his clients' worlds. He begins to form genuine bonds that blur the lines between performance and reality. Confronting the moral complexities of his work, he discovers purpose, belonging, and the quiet beauty of human connection. Brendan Fraser, Takehiro Hira, and Mare Yamamoto. Okay. Look, I'm on board for a Brendan Fraser movie. I'm down. So I don't know what that is. Sisu Road to Revenge. I got to see the first one. People love this Sisu movie. Now, is that? Jorma Tamilia, Richard Blake, Stephen Lang. I've never seen Sisu, but people love it. People talk about it. Okay, so the movie that wins the weekend is clearly Wicked for Good. It's going to crush. So Wicked for Good is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year. So that's going to and that's one of the few that we've talked about so far that could be the crossover of both the big budget winner or the big box office winner, plus a lot of awards, depending on how it comes out and what people are saying. So Wicked for Good is kind of that first kind of crossover that we've talked about that could do both, I think. Wicked for Good wins that week. Wicked for Good could be one of the biggest box office of the year. So that's our first big contender of the fall season that could compete with some of the summer stuff and the other stuff that came out this year. Then we move on, and I think we follow up November 26th. Speaking of another contender, because Wicked doesn't have long to breathe as a potential winner for the year, because you got Zootopia 2. That's going to be massive, as I always say. You got a good family movie in there. You're going to get those kids in the theater. That's how you do it. And Zootopia 2 is going to do it. And all of those movies that have already done it this year got close to it. Family movies. Zootopia 2. And what kind of cast are we working with on Zootopia 2 here? You've got Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bateman, Q Kwan. Oh, good. Gary the Snake. That's great. Fortune Feimster, Shakira, Sean Renault, Nate Torrance. Okay. Good cast. I'm excited for Zootopia 2. I just watched the first one again with my little one. You better stop it. You better stop it. Better stop this. So Zootopia 2 comes out, and then Eternity which one's that? And an afterlife where souls have 1 week to decide where to spend eternity. Joan is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with and her first love, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. That's Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, Callum Turner. Okay. Divine Joe. This is a good cast. Who's directing this? Who's directing this one? Do we say David Freen? Okay. I was going to say it sounds like a streaming movie, but maybe not. A24. And the thing with no. Okay, so that's the end of November. That's the end of November. What do you guys think about November? I mean, who wins that month? Is it Zootopia or is it Wicked? Who wins? I'm so curious. Zootopia or Wicked? Who's winning that month? I could see it go either way. I really could see it go either way. I'm telling you, you don't doubt the kiddos. You get those kids into the theater, man, and you're gonna make yourself some money. And it's a shorter movie than Wicked, and it's not darker. Is Zootopia easy? I don't know about easy. First Wicked was kind of like it was kind of a phenomenon. And when I say phenomenon, it's I get it. It was based off of a play, but people just kept watching that thing over and over again. Did very well afterwards on purchase. I think part 2. I think it's going to be an event. So, man, but I'll agree with you that I think that Zootopia will win, but I feel like Wicked will be pretty close. So we shall see. Okay. We finish the fall season. We finish the fall season with December. 100 Nights of Hero. I don't know what that is. Neglectful husband departs after pledging a secret wager to test her fidelity. Cherry and her sharp-witted maid Hero must fend off a dangerously seductive visitor. Manfred. What the hell is that? Nicholas Galzatine. Okay. Malcolm Monroe. Emma Corrin. Nicholas. That's He-Man, right? Yeah. Richard E. Grant. Felicity Jones. It's an interesting cast. Okay. That's one of those movies that you're like, oh, you see 100 Nights of Hero? That's like the one everyone's talking about. Possible. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That is easily going to win the weekend. Merrily We Roll Along. That based off the play? Is it really? Is it that old Daniel Radcliffe? Wow. I didn't know they were making that. So yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's wins easily. Am I wrong? I mean, it wins easily. Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be the winner of that week, and then December 12th, you got Ella McKay. This is the biggest blend of what the hell this could be, as far as Oscars and box office. Doesn't really say what this is. It looks like Jamie Lee Curtis and Bridget. Who is that? Emma Mackey and Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. Good. Oh, good supporting cast. Very good supporting cast. So that could be another one. Don't know anything about it. We'll wait to hear. Scarlet, another one. Haven't heard anything about. Story of Brave Princess who transcends time and space. Okay. This looks like an anime film. Yep. That sounds interesting to me. I like time and space stories. So that could be something. That's December 12th. Silent Night, Deadly Night. What is that? Is that the old school? Is that a re-release? Or is it a remake? Either way, no thanks. Hamnet. Oh, Hamnet is the one that people have been talking about too. Right? Paul Mescal. Yeah. That's another one. Some more Oscar stuff. That's more Oscar stuff leading up. And then December 19th, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Get out of the way. That's going to win the entire year. The Housemaid. Sydney Sweeney again. Another one. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. What's that one about? Does it say? To try to escape her past, Millie accepts a job as a live-in housemaid for the wealthy Nina and Andrew Winchester, but what begins as a dream job unravels into something far more dangerous, a sexy, seductive game. It sounds like this other one that we said before. Secret, scandal, and power. Behind the Winchester's closed door lies a world of shocking twists that will leave you guessing. Okay. Maybe it's one of those movies that surprises you. Don't know. But it ain't beating Avatar. Is this thing on? Oh, that's that one. That's my movie. It's the one they stole from me. I'm kidding. Bradley Cooper directs this one with Will Arnett about the guy who getting divorced and starts doing stand-up. I did it first. I'm just kidding. I'm going to wind up loving that movie, I'm sure. So there's it wins. It Avatar. It wins the year. It wins the year. It's going to make $2 billion. It's a theater event that people love to see. So out of all that stuff, you got tons of stuff that's coming out. Tons of really good movies. I like the options. I like the options. I like the blend. I like the mix. I think there was one more that I maybe missed. Avatar, The Housemaid, is this thing on? SpongeBob movie. It still says an untitled Warner Brothers film. I don't know what that is. December 25th is Anaconda, Marty Supreme, and then what's Marty Supreme? Which one is that? Does it say? Marty Supreme stars whom? Timothy Chalamet. Oh, that's the one Timothy Chalamet movie. Right. I've heard about that. Gwyneth Paltrow, Fran Drescher, directed by Josh Safdie. Right. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of different. This always happens, right? Where tons of the movies that I just mentioned, I just maybe kind of said it as kind of like a passing by. Oh, it sounds interesting, and that's going to be the one that everybody's buzzing about. And that's the one that everyone's talking about once it starts, whether getting screened or it comes out closer and we start buzzing. So we shall see. Yeah, as I like our fall season. I think there's some really intriguing options on both studio movies and Oscar or award movies. And I also like the idea that the big movies are we don't have any comic book movies right now. I like that. Let some other people fight for the prize. I'm curious to see how it all pans out. And as I said, most people are just going to get the hell out of the way of Avatar. All right. So we're going to get to your questions. And before I do, I'm going to tell you guys real quick about our friends over at Car Gurus, and then we'll come back and do some questions. Let's do it. Shopping for a car, it should be exciting, not exhausting. Man, between misleading prices, hidden fees, it feels like a maze. This is what I love about Car Gurus. They rank the best deals, they verify dealers, and they make sure that you never pay more than you should. Your big deal, it just became a great deal. Car Gurus will connect you with trusted dealerships when you're ready, ensuring a transparent and hassle-free buying process. They give you control to shop how you want to shop with the tools, the information, and data-driven deal ratings that you need. It's no wonder that SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That is cargurus.com. cargurus.com. Thank you to Car Gurus. I'm very excited that Car Gurus is on board with us. I'm glad that you guys are on board with Car Gurus. You guys keep doing and getting Car Gurus, and that's why they're back. I'm excited to have them back. It's amazing to have them back. So, anyway, so make sure you help us out, help yourself out. Any of our wonderful sponsors today, make sure that you guys go ahead and check them out. All right, we're going to get to the questions. Currently, right now, we're at 26. We need around just around 60 more in order to beat Roca for the day. I think we can do it. As I mentioned in the beginning, I got a lot of traction right now with the show. Myself, my writing partner, we're excited. We should have more news hopefully in the next month about the tiers and other things. I'm going to be talking to you guys about this probably every day to try to get more suggestions once I'm able to get more out there and tell you, like, hey, what would be intriguing to you guys? Some people have mentioned being extras. Some people have mentioned there's this whole sequence at the end where social media accounts are shown because of the action of what's happening in the climax of the pilot. And so one of the things that my writing partner actually came up with too is that for a certain tier, your Twitter handle or whatever it was would be featured as the one of the main ones at the end that is kind of showcasing the action that's happening on screen. There's a lot of different ideas and things that we're going to do, and I'm putting together this kind of cast list. And what I need from you guys today, if you can, really, I think that the two I need someone that is a female actress from like the 20 to 28-year-old range. And then and then an actress who can play 14 to 16. Those are the two that I need help with. The other ones I've been doing pretty well with, but those are the ones that just some ideas. All right. Hey, Mr. CJ. 3 recommendations to listen to while working out. 6 Rules by Arnold, Purpose by the late great Chadwick, and Fall Forward by Denzel. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. I've been listening to a lot of like trance music, and it's been super helpful. Focused, really focused. Hey, Mr. CJ, how would you pitch Flash Gordon? I think the same way that I do He-Man, and it's like, sci-fi magic, that type of thing. It's like, how would you? Flash Gordon needs to be. You can take it seriously. You can take it seriously. I don't have a full-on pitch for it, but I think you can. It doesn't have to be campy and corny just because the classic '80s one was. It's a different time. Okay, let's see. The next one after that. It's my favorite. It's a solo show. What a bummer. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Jake, fall movie preview episodes were always my favorite since the Schmoes days. Favorite time of the year and perfect mix of blockbusters, Oscar contenders. One of my favorites also. And it's like, it's not you guys because you're here. It's just telling of audiences in general. And not just this audience. Audiences out there is like, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what a fall movie preview is. I don't care. It's not casting about Batman. I'm not clicking on it. It's predictable. But I'm like, no, we need to do it today. Have to do it. I'm glad that we did. It was a good conversation. Okay. Next one after that, Stuart Pike. Christian's been a tough year with having a stroke and dad passing. I'm so sorry, Stuart. That's terrible all the way around, and I'm so sorry that happened. So to you and the crew, cheers for the laughs and taking my mind off it at times. Keep up the great content. That is very nice for you to do. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry about your dad, and I'm sorry that hopefully you're doing okay with the stroke. That's horrible. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm really sorry about that, Stuart. Mad Dog. I want to hear Sam's opinion on Batman versus Iron Man as characters in The Dark Knight Rises reaction. Also, House of Guinness looks good. Joffrey actor is in it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. But I think we might have actually discussed that, not necessarily Iron Man, but something about it. And I'm telling you, it's so funny because we're watching, and when I intro The Dark Knight, I'm like, oh, well, Sam has seen this one. Like midway through, I'm like, you've never seen this? She goes, I don't think I have. I was like, how do you not remember this? Yeah. So let's see. Next one after that. And thank you again to Mad Dog. Appreciate that. Chris Rainier at 26, guys. Amazing. Just throwing it out there, but I'm looking for work. And if you're willing to take a chance, I'd love to work for your channel. I ain't got no budget for it right now, Chris, and I appreciate that. And I like you shooting your shot. But yeah, there's really nothing that I'm looking to hire for at the moment. And as I said, I'm doing a big campaign in general for this Kickstarter. So yeah, that's not all. That's all I'm doing for the channel at the moment. But I think that was very kind of you, Chris, to even want to be part of this. So thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Gabriel LaRue. Can't wait for Sam's reaction to The Prestige. It's not one of my favorite Nolan movies. That's my favorite movies ever. Must have seen it 200 times. Yeah, we're going to watch that one. So I know that The Prestige came out, I think, in between Begins and Dark Knight. But to stay consistent, we're going to do the 3 Batman movies and then The Prestige. But yes, we will be. Good names here, too. Marissa Abella, I don't know. The kid from Adolescence. Okay, great. Okay. That's it. Crash and Coyote. Hey, Christian, I emailed you last night. Okay, I'll take a look. I haven't checked. I will take a look. Yes, there is a pilot. Someone asked me, is there a pilot? There's a pilot written, but I'm gonna put the synopsis once the Kickstarter's on it, so you guys can see what it is. It's like I've talked about it. It's like it's true. It's the thing is it's the 2 roles that we're definitely going to be myself and my writing partner Martini Paratori, who's responsible for creating Schmoes. No. We're going to be the 2 leads of the show, and then we're casting around us. So because we're not naive in the fact that they're going to go, who are they? And if you really want an Apple or Netflix or whoever else to pick it up, you got to build around it. So that's what we're doing. And I mean, it's funny. We keep saying we're going big with the number, but if you know the business, normally a pilot is significantly expensive. It's gonna be very cheap for a pilot, but the number might look big to you guys, if that makes sense. Okay. So next after that, thank you, Crash Cody. I will check the email for sure. All right. 26 so far. Kate Van D. Love Kate. Hi, Kate. Hey, Christian, much love to you as well, Kate. Very sweet. Always have been. Nathan Drake. Been watching Chris Columbus interviews, and he's so great. He was supposed to direct Christmas Vacation, but didn't get along with Chevy. What a shock. If that would have been interesting. What a different movie that would have been. Very different movie. I love Christmas Vacation. I really do. Okay. 26 so far as we are firing down the line here. Let's see. And by the way, if you guys have any questions about the fall movie preview, if you have any questions about the pilot, if you have any questions in general, I want to know. Armada. Here's ideas. So I'm going to do a screenshot of this. Armada, ideas for the pilot. Peter Dagger from Stick. Freddie Stroma. Freddie Stroma is on my list for somebody, for sure. Kyle Gallner. Merle Dandridge. Chase Infinity. Great list. Please, if anybody has lists like that, put them out there. Great list. Also throw in Jeff Snyder as a cameo. You know what's funny about that? There will be that this will, if it goes further, there will definitely be industry people that could play a part in this for sure. Like 100%. Yeah. Okay. Gator McCluskey. Weapons dropped today on streaming. Best film of the year, in my opinion. I really hope Oscar rewards his films as better than Sinners. Disagree? I don't disagree. I love Weapons. I was gonna watch it with Tina. It's on me this morning. She was supposed to come in around like 9 a.m. I had things I had to do. I couldn't get here. I said, could you do it 10? Unfortunately, she had something booked, and she had kind of she'd kind of made her plans to watch Weapons with me, but I think Ming's gonna watch it with me instead. So we'll probably watch that tomorrow. Yeah. So yes, it will be. Okay, Armada. Oop, where'd you go? Armada. Right there. Excited for Badlands. Marty. Smashing Machine. Rental Family. Avatar 3. Wicked 2. Running Man. Anemone. Is this thing on? One Battle. Him. Roofman and House of Dead. Yeah, all that stuff looks good, man. I'm telling you, there were so many that I didn't even know when I was reading it out, a lot of this stuff, that I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. This sounds pretty good, I should say. Pretty pumped for it. Randall. What's up, Randall? Supporting the fall preview. I appreciate that. I am a movie fan. I love theaters. Seen Jaws, IMAX, Jurassic Park with live orchestra in the last 2 weeks. That's fun. Support theaters or you will miss them. Keep fighting the good fight, Christian. I'm here for it. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you to everybody who joined for the fall movie preview here today. Everybody who did that. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining in the conversation and showing that, hey, we're all movie fans, not just big budget movie fans. Armada. Also, Frankenstein, Springsteen, Knives 3, and Hamnet. Yeah, those are all ones that I mentioned, and they all sound like ones that I'm excited to see how they all pair up, and I'm also excited to see how it's going to I love going to see doing the out of the theater reactions for a lot of these movies, because the out of the theater reactions, I always think like, oh, no one's. I remember going to see Nosferatu. I'm like, I want to see this movie, but I don't know who's going to care about this. Did like 100,000 views. I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I do want to do a thing though, because I don't know if you guys watched the show yesterday, Roka. We have this whole thing where I very much disagree with Roka's assessment that he thinks everybody knows and pays attention to movie news. It's just not the case. His algorithm does, and I don't really think he was getting the idea of the algorithm and how that works. I was at the gym today, and I was like, part of me wants to take a microphone and wait for 10 people to come out and ask those 10 people if they knew who was cast as Doctor Doom in the new Avengers movies. I would say maybe 1 out of those 10 people would know. That would be my guess, is 1 out of 10. I would ask different age ranges, obviously, but I would say 1 out of 10 would know. Armada. Roofman gives me and that's being nice. 1 out of 20 or 1 out of 30. Roofman gives me a Logan Lucky vibe. Looks fun. That's interesting. I haven't seen any trailers. I knew nothing about it. Um, Nathan Drake, how do I donate to the fart starter? PLD. Don't know, but the Kickstarter will be known pretty soon. Okay. I don't really know what's coming out. I mean, I know some of this stuff, but yeah, I'm not like the like it was in the Collider days, where it's like I like, you guys can forget something because I'm commenting this. You gotta remember something. I'm a movie fan. I've always, when we started Schmoes Know, it wasn't to be a movie insider. It wasn't to be someone like, on knowing every single movie and everything. That's great. There's a lot of people, a lot of my peers that do that, know everything that's coming out, and I rely on people. That's not my job. It's not what I want to do. It's never what I wanted to do. Oh, you don't know, you're a movie channel. You don't know all the movies coming out? No. And I like finding out about it when I'm reading it, like going through, like, oh, that sounds interesting. Because that's, to me, represents what real people do. Not that the people who are covering aren't real people, but you know what I mean? Like people who are just, that's what the idea of Schmoes always was just the average everyday person going to see movies and finding out the same way. Now, because of my job and because of what I do find out things earlier and different, and I see things earlier than people. And that's part of it. But I'm not always like, oh, what's coming out? What's this? What's that? What happened at Venice? What's happened at TIFF? I don't do that. I'll see the movies and I like walking in there going, oh, that's interesting. And if that's not your speed, that's not your speed. That's not, well, I wish you were informed. I'm sorry. I apologize to you. That's just not how it is. So I don't know what's coming out. I know some things are coming out. I don't want to be all informed. I like being surprised and find out later on. So there you go. Bo 26. All right. Be How 26. Sorry. So he told me yesterday, I think. Okay. Oh, so Mike Joyce said the critics had to wait out in the rain while they did a sound check for After the Hunt. Yeah, that sucks. We're gonna be pissed. That one. Okay. Next one after that. And we got 30 so far today. As we're winding down, that's okay. You want to keep me on longer? We keep me on longer. You don't? You get a shorter day. That's all right. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. That's Remy. I'm most looking forward to new Knives Out. Ryan, keep making these moves and I'll keep watching them. But while blank for life. Yeah, I didn't even see that one on the list that I was looking at. But yeah. That one's up there for me too. I think that one will do well. I think a lot of people are gonna be talking about that one. I'd like to see a few more of the studio movies be in the awards chase also. We'll see. All right, next one after that is JDTR. Hey, Kristian, enjoying the preview, hopefully for the rest of the year. Will we get a Back to the Future unedited watch along? We have part 2, but not 1. So yes, the answer is it already exists on Patreon. If you are a patron, or at least it should already live on Patreon. PLD should be in here and let you know that's true. It won't exist on the membership because I messed up. I didn't hit the button on this thing, and the audio for the movie plays throughout the entire thing. If I put that on, even if I uploaded it in general, it could potentially get a strike or get on the channel. So I goofed on it. So patrons can get it, the unedited watch along. Unfortunately, it's exclusive to patrons. Not by choice, because I messed up. So, but you can access it. Okay. Normally, it's everything is patrons and membership. So, okay. 31 so far, and Gopal coming in hot. I don't know what that Zach Levi movie is, but since his heel turn, I'm not giving him any money. I am interested in the Nuremberg movie. I don't know anything about the Levi movie. I was never a massive fan of his, though, even before all that stuff, too. He was on the show a couple times. It was nice to me, and then I just felt like something turned afterwards. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was getting Shazam or whatever it was. I didn't like the way he treated Coy on that thing, but but I have no idea. I don't know what the movie is. The movie could be good. Okay, so next one after that, and that is again 31 thus far, and we got Gopal. Alec Baldwin did a Nuremberg miniseries in 2000 that I really liked. I got a lot of what I know about the trials from that. Fair enough. He follows it up and says, Sweeney did well in Reality about Reality Winner. Yeah, I really have only seen her in one thing. but I do need to. I am excited for Christy. I really am. Ryan S. The new trailer dropped for Hugh Jackman's song "Sung Blue" about a Neil Diamond tribute band. That's fun. Can you do a live reaction? Could be another Oscar nom. That one I'm going to wait for. See in the theater. I don't want to know anything about it, but I do. But I will do. So someone says do a reaction to Sisu. I will do a reaction to Sisu, the first one for sure. Right before the second one comes out. I should probably definitely do that. Gopal. She's also good in Everything Sucks. It's a fun Netflix show set in the 90s that you can watch. Euphoria isn't for fathers, especially if daughters. Yeah, that's what many people have told me that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. But I hear it's good. But I hear she's good too. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is going to do good, guys. People don't think so. You're wrong. You are wrong. Gopal. I'll see anything that Emma Corrin is in. Okay. All right, fair enough. I don't know if you talk about it, what are your thoughts on A.G. Lee? Yeah, we talked about the A.G. Lee return yesterday on the show. Roka and I did for quite a while, actually, right before the question section. You can check that out. I should actually have that clipped out. I didn't do that. Oh well. I didn't decide. Someone asked, "You decided to do a Kickstarter?" I'm leaning that way. I don't know yet. I'm leaning that way. I really have to dive into it. And what I'm going to do, we have the exclusive streams with members. I'm going to do like 2 exclusive streams where it's going to be anybody who can come in and give some tips and help us out about what you want to see, those types of things. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Next one. And again, 32 so far. And Luke actually gave me a really good suggestion for one of the characters. He's always giving me a few. He said Meg Donnelly for one of these. It's like it plays a young influencer. It's a good one. I don't know. Freya Sky, I don't know either. Okay. So we are at 32 so far, and we shall see how long we're going to be on for a little bit. Amelia Jones. Who's Amelia Jones? Let me see if someone suggested Amelia Jones. Amelia, okay. That's a good one. Amelia Jones. How old is 23? Okay, Amelia Jones maybe for that role. Okay, I'll leave that up there. Yeah, I need to put a list of that type of stuff. That's what I need to do. So, okay. What's next? We got the Cali Kid. Your death row meal. Mine's pepperoni calzone. Oh, probably a steak. Really good steak. Last one, really good steak. I mean, pizza just had so much over, but yeah, really good steak. Armada, get Sholo into the pilot. Ben Foster, Rick Basinger. I don't know if there's. I love Ben Foster. No role in there that I could see him at yet in this particular thing. Although not for anything in this one yet. That's not to say there are some people and some celebrities who can play themselves in future episodes, but not yet. Not for this one. Okay, let's see. 33. Armada. Marissa Abella. You see I'm doing another. You're crushing here today, Armada. I'm doing screenshots of all your suggestions. It's great. Okay. Marissa Abella, Industry, and Patrice Ball. Lionel Boyce, good new actors in the pit too. You got to watch that show at some point. Yeah, I got to watch it by myself because my wife's not going to do it. Okay. So now, Cali Kid, can you do a review of Lisa Frankenstein? Great movie. It's an old school movie, right? Came out a couple years ago. I don't know if I'm going to do that one. Sure. Okay. Tons of Armada also says Matt Lillard and Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze is on my list. Matt Lillard actually, I don't know. Luke, what do you think Matt Lillard for Vince? It's not bad. I'll put Matt Lillard on there. Do that right now, actually. Great idea. Let's see. Where is it? Where is he? I'm gonna put him right here. That's actually a great suggestion. He would actually be great at that role. Okay, I put him on there. Thank you. And Freddie was already on there. Okay, so 34 so far. Perfect. Cali Kid, can you get Makuga on here ever? We tried once before, and his schedule was kind of crazy. Yeah, Luke likes that for Vince also. Okay. But that's good. Makug, yeah, I'd like to get Makug on eventually. It's hard. Go, pal. I used to like Zach from Chuck and Nerd HQ at Comic-Con with celebrity Q&As where they raise a lot of money for charity, but then with the rails. I'm with you. I used to go to his parties. He was very nice to me back then. I don't know what happened. Okay, Callie Kidd. Just giving a heart. Thank you, Callie Kidd. And then another one. Emma Myers. Yes, Emma Myers was. I'm glad that you just told me that because I had her in mind. Emma Myers. Emma Myers, I would actually have for two ideas here. Wouldn't be for the daughter though. It would be for a character named Olivia. And another one. Okay, good. But yes, Emma Myers, great suggestion. Put that on there too. See, you guys are really helping me here. Randall. So Mike Joyce. I don't know yet. That's the point. I don't know yet. We're basically so Mike, where we're going with this is I'm putting together this list. We're cutting out a crucial scene in the beginning because it would have called for deepfake. It also would have called for a bigger location, and we realized we could actually use it in a flashback scene for a full episode on a future episode. So we're taking that out, and we're cutting the screenplay down a bit, and then we're coming up with this cast list. Then we're going to get on a call with the director and the producer, go over their suggestions for cast. And then once we do that, then the producer is going to come back, and the producer, who I'm blessed to have, and when I have the opportunity to reveal kind of who the producer is and what they've worked on, I think you guys will be impressed too. And then once we do that, then the producer will say, okay, realistically, the least amount of money that we can make this with, if we get one of these names or two of these names, is this. So then I will set the goal at that with the hope that we exceed that. And that's the goal. And I will be pushing. I'm going to do a full-on live stream, probably like an all-day live stream about it too, telling everybody about it, having people come in, do more stuff. I'll be talking about it all the time, and I'm going to be relentless about this. I want to get it done. We're going to get it done. It's not even about wanting to. I'm going to get it done one way or another. Would love to have you all on board. Would love to have you be part of this. It's going to be special, and you guys have always made things special with me, and I hope that you are part of the journey. Randall W. Movie you saw as a teenager with buddies that you quoted the rest of high school. Hot Shots, for sure. Definitely. Kat McNamara. I know Kat McNamara. What is Kat McNamara? Hold on. Kat McNamara. Who's Kat McNamara? She's 29. What is she in? Arrow. I don't know her. Gopal, you got to start. Are you a member? You need to start joining the exclusive stream so we can get you in there to be part of this. I don't know her. Okay. Callie Kidd, I love you. I love you too, Callie Kidd. Thank you. All right. Gopal. Harley Quinn Smith. Oh, Harley Quinn Smith. Great call. And I can ask Kev on that one. Harley Quinn Smith. That's a great call. And for Olivia. Okay. Harley Quinn. Actually, two roles here, actually. Do we have that? I have my whole list here, guys. Where is it? Harley Quinn Smith. That's a great call. Harley Quinn Smith. Put that down there. Great. Love that. Great call. I love what you guys are doing here. It's amazing. Lily Rose Depp. I don't know. I mean, she'd be great, but I don't know if she fits there. Callie Kidd. Love is the answer. Not like I would say no if she wanted to do it. Okay. Next one here. Nathan Drake. Whatever happened to JTE? Patriots Rushmore. He's out there doing his thing. He's a pure movie fan. Pure movie fan. Okay. It's funny. Someone said Frank Grillo. I'm going to 100% reach out. So Frank Grillo, my goal, my dream is if the series goes and I have an idea, I want Frank Grillo to play my brother. I already have an idea. That would be my goal. But the brother just isn't in the pilot yet. Okay, Simon Section. Yesterday, Christian, you said you had an event and you hit the dance floor. What dance moves did you do? The twist, the mashed potato, or the running man? None of the above. But I was in a mood, and be honest, I'll be upfront with you guys. I was in a place where I was like, okay, I was really, I'm telling you, like I eat, sleep, and drink this pilot right now. And I was like, well, what would my character at this moment kind of do? This is kind of a heightened version of myself in this thing. And what would, and I was like, well, he'd be the life of the party. He would. And he would make people laugh, and he'd make people feel like they were having a good time. And I did that. And my wife was like, you were like on a very different thing tonight. What was going on? And I told her, she's like, I could tell that you were doing that. She's like, what are you, method now? I was like, no, but I wanted to get in the mindset of this guy. But yeah, and I feel like he can dance, and I've been able to dance, so I did that. Go Pal, you interviewed Kat for Walker Independence. I did. Oh, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You're sure right. Wow. See, forget. She was great. She was great. That's right. Thank you, Go Pal. Thanks for remembering people that I talked to. That was my first show back after missing a few years. Well, look, I'm glad I got you back in that way. Okay. The Cali Kid. I have thoughts on the Kickstarter. Be part of that live stream, man. Let me know. Yeah. Okay. Armada. You have an idea to cast if you can't cast yourself. Well, I mean, if I can't cast, if you have an idea to cast if you can't cast yourself, do you mean myself in the role? Well, the two roles of the two leads we're locked into doing, and the producer and director want to build around us. So that's the goal there. And then I have ideas, and I put Roxy's name on the list. I put Steph's name on the list for two particular roles that I want, but they also want names on the list. So, but that was it. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'll be talking about this a lot, guys, and I want to get more ideas and other things too. Isabel May, she's great. She's great. I don't know what Isabel May would do, and I love Isabel May. She was great in. I wanted her for Supergirl. I don't know what role she would play in this. I don't know. I'm not sure what role she would play here. So, yeah, I don't know. That's it. Mr. Brownstone comes in 2 hours late. No guest host today? No, Mr. Brownstone. Welcome to the show. Dingus McNally, Kristian, get Jack Dylan Grazer. Who's Jack Dylan Grazer? Jack Dylan Grazer. Let's see. Jack Dylan Grazer. Oh, I know this kid. It's from Flash, right? I know this kid. I guess you know what? He might be a good Milo. Jack Dylan. He might be a good Milo. Jack Dylan Grazer. He would actually be a great Milo. Jack Dylan Grazer. Good cast. That's a good shot. Yeah, he's good Milo. Good Milo. And then, the other one I put on the list, did I mention this yet? Another one that I want to talk to about a potential role is Bobby Moynihan. Great. Dingus McNally. Kristian, get Jack Dylan Grazer. That kid is amazing. Thought he was going to be such a big thing in Hollywood after the It series. Yeah, he was great. He was great. And that's right. Nathan Drake, get Dane cooked by Earl. No, let's say, is that everything else? I think that's it. Okay, so we did 48 today. Love it. I mean, we're small but mighty, guys. Want to keep us on? Keep us on. You don't? You don't. Fine. Andrew Dice Clay. I'd love to get Dice a little too old to play Vince. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. He could be older. Why not? Well, I'm going to put Dice on the list for Vince. Oh, that's a great idea, actually. It's a great idea. He's a good actor, too. Yeah. Okay. So I put Dice on there. It's a great list. That's a great list. Ryan S. New Smashing Machine trailer dropped. Reaction? Potentially. Yes. I should probably get Sarah in here to do it too. Should probably definitely. Milo Manheim. Milo Manheim to play Milo. Who is Milo Manheim? Let's see. Let me see if I know Milo. I'm getting a lot of great suggestions from people. I'm getting people from texting me. I get people who are now suggesting it in the comments. See? That's what we do here. Milo. Oh, that's you guys you're going Disney style. Milo Manheim's from Zombies. I know this kid. my kids watch zombies. I don't know where Milo. I don't think he would fit for Milo. I don't think he'd fit, even though his name's Milo. I don't think he'd fit for Milo. I think he's yeah. I don't know. I guess he's got comedic timing. Yeah, you know what, Luke? Why not? Let's put him on there. Put him on as Milo Manheim. Sure, Milo. Now watch, he winds up getting cast as Milo. Okay. Anything else we got coming? Jeff Bridges. Somebody puts. Sure. I am so Jack Dillinger is oh, really? I didn't know. Is that true? Let me see. Hold on. Is that true? Oh. Well, I don't know. I gotta see. Gotta look into it. I'll look into it. I'll look into everything. Anyway. Okay. So anything else that we got here today? Anything else you want? No. Dice not in it. So Seattle. So anybody who's tuning in late, no. I'm putting together a list. Just to reemphasize to everybody. Putting together a list of all the characters that we have and who could potentially be good for it. Then we're going to come up with a budget. Then with that budget, we're going to put that as the Kickstarter. Let people know we're going out for certain. You guys already know when you see it. We're going out to names. We're going out to another one we're going out to good DPs who are going to shoot it. I'm not making a, and I love it. It was one of my passion projects of all time. But I'm not making a grasping at straws. I want to make that was shoestring. I want to make like a real thing that if you didn't know what better, you'd think it was on television already. We're in that zone. Callie Kit, have you reviewed Maxine? Amazing movie. No, I haven't. I haven't seen it though. I think that's it. Yeah, someone said Daniel Day-Lewis. There goes the entire budget. The entire budget. I mean, I have to start the Kickstarter at 3.5 million, and I'd be lucky. Then we'd be lucky that if we even got him for a half an hour for 3.5. But yeah, so the Borak. Yeah, so I'm telling you guys, I'm not playing around, and you guys aren't playing around either. You're suggesting really good names, and I think that every reaction I do, every video I do, every live show I do, everything that I do, I got to keep reiterating and let people know what I want to do. I'm going to do live streams. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to try to I'm going to try to collaborate with some people. I'm going to try to do guest spots on some shows. I'm going to reach out to people that I know to tell them, hey, this is what we're doing. So that's what we're doing. And we're going to keep trying to do it. And there's that's an interesting one too. You know, who would be interesting? And he is an actor actually for the role of Vince. I didn't even think about this. CM Punk. I don't think he's acting as much right now because he's so active in wrestling, but he'd be interesting as Vince. I'll throw him in there. He'd be interesting. And Vince is a fun role. Let's see. Armada. Maybe ask Bonnie and Katie from cast of Mando and Heels. Also Joey Diaz, Vigo, Aaron Pierre. I mean, Vigo and Aaron Pierre are probably going to be. Look, one of the things though you got to understand that we're realizing here too, with the cast list that we're putting out there, as I told you, even a lot of names you guys just put in there. Let's say there's a way that this works. Let's say we put together a budget and then we go, okay, we're going to reach out to these people. And before you know it, your budget is at, with let's say 3 of those actors, your budget's already now at like 150 to 200,000, just like that, right? You're going to have to try to find some favors. You're going to have to try to find some other things, especially DP and that. And, it's like a pilot, normal pilots, I think, I was looking at Bear and everything. The Bears pilot was something along the lines of between 750 and 1.5 million for them, and I'm not trying to raise that. But we're going to try to. I guess we are going to try to cut corners, but we've got to try to put together, a solid budget, and and that all day long. That's all I'm going to be doing. So we'll see. Someone said, "Oh, sure, let's get Meryl Streep while we're at it." Yeah, 100%. So I liked all the suggestions, but it's just, going big is a great idea. It's a great idea, but big is also some names like, that you can throw on that list and say, okay, who knows? Who knows who you're going to get? But I can't wait. Billy Magnuson's great. a great call. And I interviewed Billy. Billy's great. Billy's great. Billy could be a good Milo. Billy could be a Milo or a Ron. He's a little young for Ron. Great. Billy Magnuson. Yeah, I loved Billy. Billy was great. Billy's great. Gopal. Kelly Berglund or Madison Eisman. I don't know those two. I'll look. I'm going to do a screenshot of it. Gopal. Gopal, you got to join the live stream that we do for the sessions. I need my member sessions. Callie Kid, what do you think about doing reviews for movies you haven't covered? New and old movies for members like Maxine and Pearl. Reviews? They don't do dick, Callie Kid. What I have found recently, and I like doing, and look, I still like to bring notice to movies and everything too, but I would rather do that in the context of like this show. So if you're talking about like, hey, why you ever think about reviewing like Maxine or something in this show? Yeah, 100% I would do something like that. And like if I go and I review something or I watch something on television or review, yes. Single reviews and things like, I mean, what was crazy is I did like the out of the theater reactions are now really what the channel is known for when it comes to people looking for my opinion on movies. It really is, because I'll do the Long Walk or the Conjuring. Conjuring, I did an out of the theater reaction, did like 60,000 views, did pretty good. The review, I think, didn't even crack 2,000 views, right? So it's like I still do the reviews afterwards, so people want to see the full review. It's there, but older reviews tougher to do. Callie Kid, what do you think about doing? Oh, we did that already. Lewis Pullman's, I think, in a different level right now, but maybe, I don't know. Ryan S., what do you think of the John Candy doc trailer? Didn't see it because I'm going to watch the trailer. I'm going to watch the movie, so I didn't see it. Michael Longfellow. Do I know Michael Longfellow? You guys have a great list. See, this is why I need you all in the member stream. Michael. Oh yeah, from Saturday Night. Yeah, Michael Longfellow would be a good Milo. Actually. Yeah, he would. Okay. It's a good one. Michael Longfellow. That's good, actually. And then another actor, well, let's see. Dingus McNally. Someone said Jerry Trainer from iCarly, and I 100% Jude is underrated. Also, what about Brian Montgomery? Okay, let me see. I'm going to do. See, this is why I asked you guys. I love this. I love that we're doing this, that you guys are crushing this. I'm telling you, you guys don't understand how much I'm going to be relying on you all. I'm going to need your help. This is the thing though. Like, isn't there something like sexy about the fact that like you guys could really ultimately be responsible? Because like I could write a script. I could go in and say, okay, I'm going to go pitch this to Netflix. And then Netflix decides, well, we don't think this is the thing that we want to do right now, or we don't want you in it, or we want to do this and we want to change this, or, and I'm using Netflix as an example. It's anybody in general that wants to do that, right? As opposed to, hey, we want to do this. These are the people we want to put into it. The audience wants to see it, and you guys helped make it happen. I made it happen. And it's something satisfactory, but it's something about that. You're like, we did this, and we said, okay, we put this together, and now it's essentially the way that the business has been working anyway. Whereas like I shot this, I did this, and then you use the streamers and they go, okay, you guys already did the work. It's good. We'll distribute it. And that's it. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to do. That's why I'm getting pumped. And that's why you guys putting these things out there helps tremendously. So thank you for everybody doing that. And John Cena, I don't know. John Cena. Anyway. So I think we had a fun show today. If there's any other questions or anything else that you want to throw in there, let me know. If you have questions about the pilot, about characters or any of those types of things, throw that in there. Let me know. Yeah, the old show is not. It's the grasping at straws in this show are completely different. They're completely different. They're not. I'm going to put Freddie Stroma on for Milo also though. Freddie Stroma for Milo. Yeah, definitely. That'd be great. Mr. Brownstone, are you brand new to this channel? More because I've been talking about the pilot for weeks. John Darius. Hey, Christian, hope you're having a good day. I'm a bit worried about Tron 3. I don't see much hype for it. And I do want them to keep it going, but I hope it builds excitement for the future. Thoughts? I don't see much hype on it either. John, and it's going to really rely on whether it continues on. It's going to rely on, I think, critical view and how it does opening weekend. Doesn't it? As I said, it's not a lot it's going up against, but it's got to it's got to have some legs. But I didn't. In just like the second Tron, I didn't know who was calling for a Tron movie, but they're giving it a shot. They're trying to resurrect their IP. I get it. Callie Cat, I would love to know your opinion on classic movies. If there's something like I said on the live show itself, it'll be great. Be great. Okay. That's okay, Mr. Brownstone. So basically, to let you know, so Martini Paratori, who I have mentioned in the past many times, is ultimately the reason that Schmoes Know existed in the first place. She was the one who put Mark and I together to review things while she was working at a different company. Her and I'd gotten she would gotten stand up. I used to help her with stand up and other things. And we just have been friends over the years. And before I left for New York, I had this idea. There's an idea that I came up with a long time ago. The idea initially was when Bonnie was on the show, on the podcast, we kind of did like a bit that we would do back and forth. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this, and this for a show? And initially, Bonnie and I were going to do this show. And the character was basically a very kind of a celebrity A-list kind of actress that Bonnie was going to play. The character had changed kind of dramatically, and I had worked on different versions of it, and it just never worked. And so I put it aside, and I had the idea, and I told Martini about it, Martinique, and we started writing a brand new version of it, changing the characters up, and we started putting it together, and we wrote a script that we both are really, really happy with, and we're getting great buzz on it. I sent it to people in the industry that I had respected and would tell me straight up the truth, and I got really great buzz back, a great response back on it. And then I had ideas for director. I really only had one person in mind up top that I really, really wanted to do it. And I am blessed in the fact that person has agreed. There's things that we have to do in order to make that happen. But then that person was able to bring on a producer and been talking, and we're pumped about that. So we're going through script stuff and other things, and then eventually we're going to come up with a Kickstarter budget, and we're putting together a list for potential cast, and which is where a lot of the budget will go. So that's what the pilot is, Mr. Brownstone. So okay, Kelly Kidd really being supportive here today and throwing in a super sticker. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. And that's it. Tiffany Smith might actually be a good one to put in for Olivia. Really. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I put Tiffany in there, and I love Tiffany more than anything. Tiffany's a sweetheart, so I put Tiffany in there. Anyway, okay, two more. Geek Lodestars. I had recently rewatched Reign of Fire since I hadn't seen it since I was a teen. It wasn't that bad to me. Why don't people talk about it more? I remember seeing it back in the day. I think I've only seen it once when I saw it in the theater. And I remember being disappointed about it because I was expecting more out of it. Great cast with Bale and McConaughey, but I have to see it again. Anything geeky? I sent a hype for Batman Begins reaction. Yes, everybody go send a hype for the Batman Begins reaction. I loved watching you and Sam, just like the MCU. It's so fun to see someone with fresh eyes react to that movie. Just wait till she sees The Dark Knight. I'm definitely putting first time reacts to it in the title. I wasn't going to, but I am now. She hasn't seen it. Corey Michael Smith. Let's see that one too. I'm making a lot of screenshots here, guys. A lot of screenshots. Some of these names. Corey Michael Smith. Let me see. Corey Michael Smith. Do I know Corey Michael Smith? I think so. Let's see. Corey Michael Smith. Oh, yeah. Chevy Chase. What would he play Chevy Chase in this? What did he even do? Oh, he could be Chad. He'd be a good Chad. A little young to play Chad, though. He's good, though. I like him. He could be, I don't know. Okay. Having a lot of fun with you guys. Having a lot of fun with you guys here today, and I'm glad that we did that. So we did a fall movie preview. We did a lot today. You guys gave me some great suggestions. I'm excited that we have some more. I mean, shoot, man, we could stay on the air for a little bit. We could probably beat Roka, but 62 right now. Beat Roka with 23 more. I guess not. Tomorrow, by the way, does anybody know where the hype button is? People are having problems finding it. So for anybody who's looking for the hype button, maybe they can give you a somewhere to look. I think that we can. I think tomorrow. By the way, sorry, lost track. Tomorrow is going to be the Goofball Show. This is going to be a premiere. Thursday will be Steph and myself. Friday will be Capes and Cows with myself, Winston, and Chris Carr. We have, so apparently hype button pops up after you like the video. So there you go. So like the video and then it'll pop up to hype it. Okay, thank you. Zoe Deutsch. What would Zoe play? Oh, I'll tell you some more. I need some more actresses too. So although I really only have one. You know what? I only have one person in mind that I really want to play. So there's a role of the main character's publicist. I'll tell you that. And so I used to do stand up, and I used to be very friendly with. I haven't spoken to her in probably 5 to 10 years, 10 probably. And she was on Parks and Rec, Retta, and she's my dream. My dream role. She's perfect for it. Since she wrote the role for her, she's perfect for it. So, and I love Retta. She was a sweetheart. She was always very nice to me, and we always got along very well. So there you go. That's everything I'm looking at. That's it. That's what I'm planning on. And this is going to be cool. The other thing too that I think could be fun is like let's play fantasy at this point. Not even fantasy. Let's play future. Let's play future talk. Let's say everything kind of happens in the way that we want. We hit our goal. We make the show. This is an episode that you guys were a part of, whether you're watching it on the replay or watching it live, whatever it was. You're like, oh yeah, this is one that was cool, and they brought this, and so brought that character up or that actor up, and they actually got that person, or they said, oh, they almost got that person. There was a behind the scenes story of this, and this is like the tidbits. This is like the tidbits, and I love that. Dingus McNally, Lionel Boyce from The Bear. He plays Marcus. Oh, he's pretty good, and dude deserves to be in more things. Also, if you get Glenn Howerton or Kate Laws and Sonny Olsen. Caitlin Olsen would be therapeutic for me because of my punk story. I was in like one of the final runs, and they were auditioning people to see who was going to finally make it to improv with somebody. I improv with her, and she improved me off of the stool, and she got it on Punked, and I went home, and she deserved every second of it. She was hilarious. She was really good, and I did not. That was back then. I did not keep up. Being honest. Anything geeky. If you're on your phone, YouTube will show the top comment. You swipe that comment left, at least on my phone. There you go. That's how you get the hype, for anybody who knows. Perfect. Yeah. Anyway, I don't. There's and it's, you know what? Also, I'm very impressed with you guys. You guys are throwing names out there right now, and you don't even really know the characters yet. Like once we get the characters out there, more so. You know, like when we get a synopsis and stuff out there, like that would be great for you guys to kind of suggest more so of that. Anyway, so throwing in a crazy name on one of these characters. No way we'll get that person, but I'm going to throw it in there anyway. Why not? Jillian Jacobs. I'm putting all of this in here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so right, Tony Randall. That's why I didn't mention it. Right, because you don't know the characters yet. I get it. But I'm trying to give a range of like what we're looking for, especially like the ones that, because there's certain ones like I said, the character of Vince, I have a pretty kind of clear idea of what range I'm going for. There's certain other characters I have a certain range that I'm going for. It's the younger actors I'm just not as tuned into as much as I should be. David Johnson, but I can get David Johnson. So let's see. Nah, I know. Yeah, there's things I'm trying to do. Yeah, I did give an age range, Carla. So maybe so the age range that I'm looking for the daughter is 14 to like 17. The there's an influencer who's probably between 21 and 27, and then there's a YouTube host who she is probably in the 20 to 30 year range, around that. Yeah. Oh, that's a great, I don't even know where he's been. You know who would be a great Vince? Is Jason Lee from Mallrats. So now you guys kind of understand the vibe of where I'm going with on that. That's great. Where's he been? Love to have him. He'd be great. He'd be a great Vince. Oh, oh my God, he might be the Vince. He'd be great. Luke, what do you think about that? Jason Lee as Vince. Perfect. Maybe perfect. I mean, he's probably in his mid 50s. Anyway. So there you go. This is fun. If I could do this show every day with you guys, just talking about this and casting suggestions, I would do that. But I know none of you want to do that. Holy shit, that'd be great. Jason Lee. Holy crap, he'd be perfect. He'd be perfect. I'm putting him at the top. He'd be perfect. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm putting Jason Lee at the top for that role. He wasn't my top choice because I didn't think about him. He is now. I shouldn't say that. All right. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. How about Camila Mendes for the influencer? I don't know her. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Oh, man, this is cool. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you very much so for being here today and everything that you did. And then would everybody, so Doe Eyes, I'm down for one show a week dedicated to the pilot. How would people feel about that? If we just did a show like this once a week to where I can get your suggestions, your thoughts, your opinions as we get closer and closer. Like if I did one show like this a week where it was just me kind of just talking about progress, things that we're doing, ideas, taking ideas from you guys, shooting the shit about other things. How would you feel about that? Would you be down to do that? Give me a yes or a no in the comments. Bobby! Kristian, you definitely need to do a reaction to Caesar. I will. I'm going to as we get closer. I will, Bobby. Okay. Dingus McNally, just saying, if Kristian gets Jason Lee Earl, no, I said it first. That's fair. I'm telling you, the way that we're going to have it, this is the way it's going to build, guys. I'm telling you. Like, so now you see what I'm going for with this stuff, right? You see where I'm going with lists. And then if I tell you some of the ideas that we have, like as far as like DPs and other things, the things that we want to do and putting together that, locations, all of that, it adds up. So when I say, well, our Kickstarter number is this, you go, oh, well, I heard some of the names and the things that what he was saying and where he wants to go with it. That makes sense. And then if the next step is, well, okay, well, I'll put this towards the cause of the Kickstarter. I'll do that. You're telling me I could do this. I could be part of it this way. I could do it that way. Sure. I'll be a part of it. That's what we need to do as we're building forward on this. GoPal, Madeline Petch. GoPal, I got to get you my email. You just got to send me a list. GoPal. Actually, I'm not even kidding, GoPal. Can you go to, and on this, on the channel, you'll see an email list. Your suggestions that you put in here today, can you send me a list of the ones that you had? Because they're excellent. Okay, so people are excited about casting Tuesday or Tuesday of talking about the pilot. Give me more ideas. People say it's a fun conversation, being part of kind of the business. Everybody's saying yes. I don't see any no's yet. I'm sure we're going to know soon. Okay. All right. So maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do once a week. Zach Holtzworth, Josh Peck. What could it's Milo? Maybe. Josh Peck could be an interesting Milo. Yeah, Josh Peck could be an interesting Milo. I'll put Josh Peck on there. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's see. Olivia, yeah, GoPal, you got to send me a list. You got it. Okay. Henry Danger. Oh, Cooper Barnes. Cooper is a buddy of mine, and Cooper would be great on some. What would Cooper be good on this one? Oh, Cooper could be an interesting Vince also. Cooper is very talented. Cooper is underrated. talented. I'm putting Cooper on there. Cooper's very, very talented. So he's hilarious too. He's a really good guy. I like Cooper a lot. Thank you for mentioning that. I love that you guys are doing this. This is fun. This is fun. I want to do this. I mean, honestly, if Sam wasn't coming in at 2:30, I'd probably stay on the air with you guys until like 4 o'clock doing this. Bobby Jackson, I'm excited to see a trailer for Spider-Man, Doomsday, and Supergirl. But my most anticipated trailer for next year's movies is Master of the Universe. Is it your most anticipated? I'm curious, Bobby. I can't put it in my most anticipated because of what I've heard thus far, but it'll be in my top 10. Maybe it will be in my top 10. So maybe so. It's not my most anticipated, but I know me and you both are pumped for it. You know, Bobby, if you can get to New York, maybe we'll go check that movie out together. You can do the out of the theater reaction with me. Geek Load Stores. Definitely more streams like this. Thank you. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will do them. Especially if we're building up. I want to get more people kind of involved in it and excited about it, because I feel like, and tell me this also as I ask you guys this, and you don't have to bullshit me. You can tell me the truth. When it comes to, it seems like you guys getting involved and you're understanding more about it, that would intrigue you to get more involved in the Kickstarter than me, just saying, hey, I'm doing this thing. You're like, oh, yeah, sure. Well, what is it? Tell me about it. Oh, that's what you're going for? You're going for this? Now I'm involved. Now I'm excited. This kind of thing gets you more involved. Am I wrong? I feel like that's right. Matthew Fox. Wow. Last time I talked to him. Oh, you know who would be great? Again, is Milo is Dominic Monaghan. Great Milo. Where's Milo? Milo. Dominic Monaghan. Yeah. He'd be a great Milo. Yeah, shit. He'd be a good Ron. He'd be a good Ron. Yeah, shit. He'd be a real good Ron. But Dominic Monaghan is both. Yeah, I'm putting Dominic Monaghan as two different characters here. Dominic Monaghan would be great. I got. Where does that man? Rule is one. Okay, I got. Great. Okay. That's great. Okay. Harold Perrineau would be interesting. Let's see. Bailey Madison is the influencer. Who's Bailey Madison? Let me see. Bailey Madison. How do I know? Where's Bailey Madison from? I don't know Bailey Madison. I gotta look. Bailey Madison. Maybe let me look. I'll look. I'll put Bailey Madison as to look at. So, but Bailey Madison as, Bailey Madison. Okay. All right. Okay. Good stuff to know. I love this. But 75 might actually beat Roka. Dingus McNally. Paul Sun Hung Lee from Kim's Convenience is the best too. I really like him a lot. I've actually spoken to him a few times. He's a very nice guy. I don't know where. For Milo? Maybe actually he'd be pretty good. Paul Sun Hung Lee. Let's see for Milo. Got a lot of good Milo right now. Paul Sun Lee. Sorry guys. Hung Lee. Great. Okay. Thank you. You guys are crushing right now. All right. Okay. So where else? Where are we going? 77. That's pretty good. Hawk from Cobra Kai. I don't know what he would. I don't know what he would do. There are. I'll tell you who. Bert Kreischer is an excellent suggestion for Vince. Excellent suggestion for Vince. And a friend. Okay. You put Bert on here. Bert Kreischer. Excellent. Really good. Okay. That's great. Okay. Now I need to, what's the other ones? So I'm also looking for character. Well, no, we can work on that one later. The Lil Yankee, once a week, just to see your wheels turning, Kristian, 100%. I'll do it. I mean, especially because right now I can't even tell you yet who the director is. I can't tell you who the producers. I can't tell you anything yet. And I'm just, I'm like tiptoeing around. It's like I'm under embargo. Once I can actually get more information out. I can get people on and talk about it and do more stuff like this. Like that to me that's what I want to do. I can't wait to do that. And maybe even lead with a big story for 15 minutes and then dive into this so we can get everybody involved. Lil Yankee, thank you. I appreciate that so much. William Zabka. William Zabka would be a great Vince. It's kind of a different take on Johnny, but let's see. Actually, William Zabka, not a bad idea. William Zabka. Great choice, actually. Good call. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are great. Go Pal, Maya Mitchell. Go Pal. I'm telling you, man, I need your list. Maya Mitchell. Let's see. Maya Mitchell. Who is Maya Mitchell? Who is that? Maya Mitchell's 32. Maya Mitchell could be, she's an actress and a singer, but what does she do? She lead roles in Mortified, Castaway, and Trapped. Interesting. I gotta look. You gotta send me a list. I don't know her well enough to put her on the list. Armada, Caitlin, Santa, Joanna, Bloodlines, and Matt Reese. Okay, do another screenshot here. Shit. Now this is where you guys are really 83. We just tied Roka. Look at that. We can beat Roka. Marina Baccarin. I can't know. Well, I think, but this. Okay, so this is a great point. Okay, Latin Kulik says Marina Baccarin. If she can star in Mike and Rosenbaum's low budget movie, I see why not cast her in show. Because here's the answer to this question. So Marina Baccarin is very close friends with Michael Rosenbaum. So he probably called in the favor in the same way that, look, and he probably paid her, but he probably paid her way less than what she's, normally used to making. But she did it because friend, right? Or had connections. And that's kind of ultimately what we would probably have to do unless we far exceeded our budget. So let's say we set the budget at 200 grand and we raised 500 grand or we raised 600 grand. Then it's like, okay, let's go out to this person. Let's go out to this person. Let's do what we can do. That's kind of how it works in general. But Marina Baccarin, I don't even know. I mean, I think she's amazing. I just don't know where would she fit yet. I don't know where she would fit yet. She's great though. Doe Eyes. Hashtag beat Roka. We beat him. 85. We beat him. Okay. Saul. Foster, turning me face. I'm kind of nervous what to aim for character-wise now. Thoughts? Advice? Also, Kevin Dillon, maybe for your brother. Be a great choice for the brother. Kevin Dillon. I don't have the brother. I know the brother, like what he does and everything too, but he's not set up yet. But Kevin Dillon right now, no. But your head is in the right place because it's those types of actors. Like the Jason Lee call was incredible. As far as turning face, you can absolutely do it. You can do it. Can you go face in the way that a Stone Cold did or a Rock did, and still be? You're hilarious. Be funny. You can still be a funny face. Be fun. That's what I would tell you. I would tell you to go in line of do what you did when you were in the when you came in and you kind of bulldozed over people at the end when you were protecting people. But be funny. Crack lines, crack one-liners. You can still be a face and crack one-liners. Crack one-liners on the heels. I mean, you don't have to be a golden baby face. You can be a funny baby face. Armada, what did you think of Richard Harmon in Bloodlines? Oh, is that the kid? Is that the one who played the kid? Richard Harmon, I think so. Oh, I don't know this guy. Richard Harmon. Bloodlines? What was he in Bloodlines? Oh, in Final Destination Bloodlines. I was thinking about the TV show. Oh, he was good. I don't know if he fits anything yet in what I'm doing yet. Lucy Faye or Jessica Green. Lucy Faye or Jessica Green. Good one too. Okay, let's see. But that's a good one. You guys got great suggestions so far today. Really. Matt Dillon is actually a good call for Vince. Where's he been? Is he acting right now? Actually, pretty good idea. I'm gonna put Matt Dillon on there. Matt Dillon, great idea actually. Okay, loving the suggestions. Loving it. You guys are doing exactly what I hoped you would be. Down with Yellow. We beat him at 86. Okay. Alex Winter, Meryl Streep. Some suggestions feel unobtainable. How do you know that? Like what? Like which ones? And how do you know that? And I'm Seattle KO. I am not putting you down, but small thinking does not belong in this space, because unattainable is what happens to us as human beings. We think, oh, that's unattainable, and we give up. Fuck that. If you can make things happen, and if you guys believe in what I'm doing, I believe in what I'm doing, and everybody gets involved, and we make things happening, and we say, let's get this to happen. Why is it unattainable? Why? If we can make it happen, and if we can get to a place where we take the power in our own hands, why do you? I'm curious, and I'm not chastising you and putting you down at all. Why do you think it's unattainable after putting that conversation? Just because I'm on YouTube and I'm a YouTube guy, so that's not realistic. You would get that. I don't agree, but I'm curious. I'm curious to why you think that. Please let me know. I'm very, very curious. Okay, Callie Kid, you should give bonus features for investors, like deleted scenes, behind the scenes. This is okay. So Callie Kid, you're another one I need to email me stuff too, because your suggestions have been on fire today. This is the kind of stuff, and maybe not, because we're ending the show here in a second, so maybe not today, but this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to need from you guys. Like, what kind of stuff would incentivize you? What would make you go, you know what? I want to see this thing made, but in order to do that, I would like to have this. I'd like to get behind the scenes footage of this. I'd like to see daily vlogs where you guys are shooting stuff and things you got. I'd like to visit the set. Like, what is it? Like, what kind of stuff would you want to see and be incentivized by? This is the kind of stuff that we're definitely going to be looking for. So thank you, Calico. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see. Tyre Heckling would be good. Yeah, he would, for sure. Ryan asked Kristian for the win. Logan Kim from Ghostbusters. Logan Kim. Oh, is that kid? Let's see. Logan. Hold on a second. He's a little too young for any of the roles that I have right now. He was good. He's a little. I mean, no, maybe not. The Intern. I didn't even think about The Intern. Maybe not. I'll put him on as The Intern. Intern. What's his name? Logan Kim. It's a good suggestion. Okay. Great suggestion, actually. Okay. All right. Let's see. Michael Rosenbaum. I got a connection to him. I mean, I've not a bad. That's not a bad idea. Vince, Michael Rosenbaum. Okay. Actually, it's not a bad idea at all. Okay. Good suggestion, actually. Okay. I feel like you two would get along creatively. And who? Oh, Rosenbaum. So I met him. When we had him on Katie's show, when I was producing Katie's interviews. I'm producing her clips now, but when I was producing her podcast, we had Michael on, and you got along with him very well. So that's a good call. Gopal, Lucy Boynton or Julia Shumpert. I'm telling you, Gopal, I'm waiting for that list. I'm waiting for your list, because you got a lot of names I don't know, and that's what I'm looking for. Dane Cook. The thing is, and you know what's so funny? I've come around on Dane Cook many times. Like when I was, and it was probably also because of when I was younger, I wasn't when we were in the same circle, I wasn't a fan. And then I met him and I interviewed him, and I got along with him very well. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. I got along with him very well. And I think I even said to him when I was interviewing, he said it. He changed dramatically from how he was younger, and now I think Dane's really talented. So I don't know. He'd probably be good to play my brother, to be honest, which would be interesting. Karrion Cross. Karrion's is a good actor, actually, but I don't know what I do with Karrion. 91 we're at so far, guys. 91. Dingus McGanny. Last few suggestions: Dax Shepard, Joe Keery, and Dacre Montgomery. All good. Put those shot there. Callie Kidd. Exclusive, limited, cool, not crap merch for one of the investors. Yeah, we can make. That's probably a good idea too. Make like merch, something for the investors. It's a good idea. Callie, I'm not kidding you. Email me some ideas. Jason Zach Holsworth, Jason Nash. Okay, doing screenshots right now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, it's the thing though. Look, Stephanie, and I don't try like he doesn't let you get because you can't. You can't. I can't even tell you how many times I've been told you can't do that. When I was starting on YouTube, why are you doing YouTube? You can't make money on that. You can't make a career out of it. You won't be able to do that. No one will take you seriously. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I've told that many times over. You can't do a trivia show about and incorporate wrestling into it. No one will watch it. You can't do a live show in the vein of Howard Stern, that type of thing with kooky characters. Nobody cares about it. It's a geek space. No one will want to watch that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't listen to people. That's true. You can't listen to people when they say stuff like that. You can't. And I have a strange thing that happens every once in a while to me, that in my head, these little trolls jumping around, or no, they're trolls because they get things done. But these little things are jumping around in my head and they go, don't stop that. You have to, this is the one you have to do. And I go, well, maybe we don't do that one. And no, you have to do this one. And it's happened to me a few different times, and it's happening for this one. And it also seems like signs are pointing this way. One way or another, the goal is to get you all involved, that we do this together. But one way or another, I'm making the show. I would like it to be because you guys have been my community. I can't even tell you, I do these posts all the time about how you found me. And there's so many of you still that have been with me since the beginning. You guys have been with me. You guys are the reason that I get to do any of this, any of you. And progression of my career in general is because of you. The people, someone asked me recently, like when we were doing meetings about this, said, well, who like inspires you for this? And I said, who I'm really, there's two people. If I'm ever asked questions about this show, like what inspired you to do it, there's two people that right away, the first two people that will come to mind. There's many, but the first two are Chris Stuckman, who I mentioned of what he was able to do and putting together the passion. And I remember working with Chris in the You Reviewers Awards and him saying, I'm going to be director. I'm going to do this. I'm going to direct a movie. And he did it. And I have more respect for anybody who says I'm going to do something and they do it, regardless of how many times he was probably told he can't do stuff. And he did it. And he did it in a way that he was trying to raise X amount. And he wound up raising 3 times the amount and got more from putting it together. And now he's got a movie that's got good reviews. He put a trailer out and God bless him. So that I've mentioned him being an inspiration on that side of it. My other inspiration is Rodney Dangerfield. You got to understand that I was on a very different road in my life of what I was doing. I was a Comedy Store regular by the time I was like 26 years old. I was doing comedy 2 times a night, 7 days a week. I was doing colleges. I was doing all these things. And my thought process was always like, that was what I was going to do for the rest of my life. I fell into this business. I don't know how I fell into this business, but I fell into this business. And through that, I decided to go right when I was going left. And now I feel like both roads are going towards the middle. And Rodney Dangerfield didn't really do what he wanted to do until he was in his late 40s. And I've used him as an inspiration. I want to have that story. I want people to say, just keep pushing forward. This is going to happen, this show. Now, again, I'd like you to be involved in it. But it's going to happen. Jason Nash. Okay, I'll put that in there. Thank you, Zach. Okay. Now, we got GoPal. Julie Butters. I have her on there. Julia's on there. I got Julia on there. For sure. I feel like Jeremy Piven has played that role already. Armada, Joe Manganiello and Daniel Over. Joe Manganiello, can he hit the comedy? I don't know. Joe would be interesting. Joe would be interesting. I'm not sure. Let's see. I feel like let me hit a couple more of these comments, and then Sam's going to be here in like 15 minutes. Otherwise, I would stay on with you guys for a while to do this. Limited merch. This is fun. Yeah. See, this is what I want to do too. Right? Like I want to be part of that. I want to have you guys be part of that process the whole way through. Absolutely. This is not as crazy as you think to put that on the list. It's not as crazy as you think. I'll explain more down the line. But it's not as crazy as you think. So why not? That's actually something I need to do. I need to go through a few different lists. That's the other thing I need to do. Okay. Unheard. Sirens. Girl, you ever heard of this up and coming actress? She's pretty good. Roxy Stryer. Look, she's on my list. I put Roxy on the list. Roxy's on the list already. Roxy and Steph are already on my list. Okay. What else? So Callie Kidd is in. And I'm trying to think what else. Brittany Daniel. I don't know Brittany Daniel. Matt. Well, so this is funny. So the Matt I've already spoken to, not for the pilot, but the character will interact with actual Matt Serra, if this show goes to series. Yes, he's already somebody. I already have a scene and the idea of exactly what would happen. All right, let's see. Anything else? Go, pal. If this goes to series, do you move back to LA? No. I think one of the things that I would also do is if this went to I'd probably have to figure it out for if it was just for the pilot. If depending on how fast it moves, that maybe summer, because the kids are out of school, live in LA for the summer. But if it comes down to series, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I don't want to put my eggs before the hatch. You know what I mean? This is the nicest thing anyone has ever said. Thank you, Callie Kidd. I hope people care. I hope people care. I really do. Oh shoot, Adam Ray. Adam Ray is a good friend of mine. Adam Ray is not a bad Adam Ray's not a bad idea at all. I mean, Adam Ray beat good Vince. He's a little young. He's younger than me. Adam Ray could do something. I like Adam Ray a lot. I don't know yet for what, but Adam Ray's great. Okay, Jesse, support for the show, man. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate that. He's on already. He's on that list. Put him on there already. See, this is it. Haley, attitude is everything. You're right. Make it happen. Been watching you since Collider Movie Talk News. That's all it is. It's all it ever is. And people say it a lot of times. It's kind of cliche, Hallie, but it's not. It's like believing in yourself. It really is. It's like if you believe in it. It's like I used to do this thing at Florida State. I ran the thing called Thursday Night Fights, right? And everybody said, "Oh, no one's going to come watch boxing with these people, and no one's going to care. And why are you taking it so seriously? And why are you videotaping everybody and getting interviews?" And it was one of the biggest things on campus that we did. We had at 2:00 in the morning. After the bar shut down, everybody came to watch these matches. We had rankings, we had champions, we had video before it was. And everybody came to it. We ran after I left. I started it. It ran for 2 more years after I left. My brother took it over and ran it. And it is, and I can't even tell you how many times people are like, no one's going to care about that. You cannot. If you believe in something, no matter what it is, whether it's a pilot or whether it's a freaking something that your poem that you're writing, don't let people tell you anything, because it is so easy. That's why I always tell you the comment section and things. I never understand why people like address comments and go out and say like, "Hey, you guys said this." I do it too, and I get mad at myself when I do it. When I say, "Oh, you guys, you come after me, blah 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 blah. Why are you doing that?" Who cares? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's all it really is. And yeah, you guys gave a lot of names. And we'll get into more. And once I have more, I'll let you guys know. But like, I'll give you more and more updates as I can. This is a great start for me in general. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. And that's it right now. So thanks for being here. You guys rule. We hit 95 today because of you. Amazing. Thank you again. Love you all. Can't wait to share this with you and do some more stuff. And maybe I will do this once a week. Maybe I will. If you guys really are involved in it, then I might as well do it. So thanks for being here. This meant a lot to me. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.